Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is the Raptor, and welcome back to another one of my Death Battle prediction videos. Yep, that's right, we're doing this again. The last one I did was Batman Beyond vs. Spider-Man 2099, and even though that technically would have been 2 episodes ago, it does feel like a while ago, considering that, Death Battle's been on a bit of a hiatus. The last one we had was Sephiroth vs. Virgil, and I honestly thought that was a great fight. I did a reaction to it as well, so, if you've stuck around the channel, then you'll know how much I really like that episode. But this time we're starting off with Batman vs. Black Panther. It's the Season 5 premiere of Death Battle. And if some of you guys are wondering, how the heck did you get that fight out? How the heck did you find that out? On their newest episode of Death Battle Cast, they actually announced that the Season 5 premiere is going to be Batman vs. Black Panther. And I'm honestly really excited for this fight. I've always thought that this particular fight would be so cool to watch, whether or not it's 2D or 3D. I think it would be awesome to look at in a Death Battle. So I'm really excited for it. And I know that this is another Marvel vs. DC fight, and we've had a few of those recently, like with Batman Beyond vs. Spider-Man 2099, and then 2 episodes before that we had Thor vs. Wonder Woman, etc., etc. But honestly, Marvel and DC characters are the characters that I know most about, and they allow me to do predictions like these. So, I'm honestly fine with that, because I love predicting these battles, and I don't know a lot about other characters. So, I love Marvel and DC, but that's just my opinion. If you guys are sick of them, I totally understand, but for me, I just say keep bringing them on. But yeah, Batman vs. Black Panther. This fight is actually very important to me, because if any of you guys have been around the channel long enough, then you'll know that Batman vs. Black Panther was already an episode that I made of my own versus series called Who'd Win and Why. It's my own opinionated versus series for any of you guys that are new. It's, I give my opinions and you guys give your opinions down in the comments below. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just me talking about it, kind of like this, except, it's not a prediction for a death battle. And this is the second time that Death Battle is actually making a video that's already been one of my videos, like Batman vs. Black Panther. The one previously was Batman Beyond vs. Spider-Man 2099, so it's actually 2 in very quick succession. Even though the Batman Beyond vs. Spider-Man 2099 fight I made like 2 Halloweens ago, but Batman vs. Black Panther, I actually made this one fairly recently. I'm still on Season 8 of my show, and this was one of the episodes of Season 8 in that show. So it's actually pretty topical for me. So not only is it the second fight that Death Battle is doing that I did, but it's also, it happened pretty recently. So that means that I don't really have a ton to say in this prediction, at least not in comparison to the length of my Who'd Win and Why episodes, which the Death Battle predictions they can grow to that length. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link in the description to that video if you want to see my in-depth analysis on both of the characters. Again, it doesn't look at every single one of their feats or every single one of their, what they've done, everything like that. It's just, limited research, but I do give my opinions on that. So if you want to go down there to hear me give a lot more information about these characters, click on the link in the description below if you want to go check that out. I'm just more or less gonna highlight the stuff that I said in that video and give my quick predictions on who I think would win this fight in this video. So yeah, if you want to hear like a huge long explanation, going over each of the characters and then saying who I think would win, click on the link in the description below. If you're just here to find out who I think would win and a quick reason why, then stick around because this is the video that you want to watch. I'm not just gonna say, go to this video and that's the end of this video. I'm just, I'm still gonna give my answers, but if you want to hear me go more into detail, go in the link in the description below. But here we go. So 3, 2, 1. I'm thinking that Black Panther is going to win this one. Batman is very impressive because he is just a normal human, and the stuff that he's been able to do as a normal human is absolutely ridiculous, but I feel like Black Panther does outclass him in more ways than one, which is really going to prove to be a problem for Batman. First, let's talk about the stuff that they're about even in. The stuff that I'd say that there's really no outclassment here is fighting ability and intelligence. Both of these characters are ridiculously intelligent, and they've studied at multiple schools, I believe, and they both have many different degrees, and in terms of fighting ability, both of these characters have mastered like nearly every single martial art in the world, if not more than that, if not every single martial art, and Black Panther, I believe, has even mastered martial arts that are like completely sealed off from the rest of the world, which makes them both very versatile fighters. So both of these characters are great at fighting, and they're both very smart. Some might say that Black Panther would have the advantage in terms of fighting, since he would definitely know martial arts that Batman wouldn't, and some would say that Batman might have the advantage in terms of intelligence because he'd have more degrees, and he's also he's strategized much more often, but there's really no outclassment here. Both of these characters are very versatile in terms of fighting, and both of these characters are very intelligent, and they can both strategize very, very well. However, the only advantage that I think Batman really has in this fight is versatility. Obviously, Black Panther does not go in with a ton of weapons. Obviously, he has his claws and he has his suit, and sometimes some vibranium energy daggers, I believe, sometimes, but most of the time he's not coming in with like a truckload of weapons, or I guess in this case, a belt load of weapons. Batman, however, does come in with a belt load of weapons. He has batarangs, explosive gel, smoke pellets, freeze pellets, so many different. I'm not going to go through and list every single one of them because there's just way too much to list. But you guys get the picture. Batman has so many different weapons that, it might keep Black Panther on his toes for a really long time, and it's going to add to his unpredictability levels. However, other than that, I feel like Black Panther basically has the advantage in every other category, which is going to cause Batman some trouble. First, let's talk about strength. Both of these characters are very strong for a regular person, but Black Panther's strength far out, exceeds any sort of, physical capabilities of a regular person. Batman can bench press 1,000 pounds, whereas Black Panther can deadlift up to 2 tons. That's 4,000 pounds, 4 times the amount. Now, I get that deadlifting and bench pressing aren't really the same thing, but just looking at those two numbers, it's very clear that Black Panther has the advantage in terms of strength. Shot for shot, Black Panther is going to be doing more damage. And again, I feel like, shot for shot, Batman's going to get weaker quicker than Black Panther is going to get weaker. And in terms of speed, Black Panther also has the advantage. This one is fairly closer, considering that, Black Panther's speed is not ridiculously fast, not ridiculously above the physical capabilities of a regular person, as opposed to strength, where it's like Black Panther is approaching 4 times the strength of Batman. But in terms of speed, Black Panther is capable of running up to 40 miles per hour, which is honestly ridiculous. If you could run up to 40 miles per hour, you could literally travel around 60 feet in 1 second. Think about that. Think about an actual person doing that. That's absolutely ridiculous. And that's how fast that Black Panther can run. And we know Black Panther is very agile too, and he uses that to his advantage many times during battle. And basically every battle he fights in. Whereas with Batman, Batman, he is very fast and he is very agile. But in terms of speed, he's apparently supposed to be beyond even the best athletes in the world. And in our world, the best athlete is, Usain Bolt, at least the fastest athlete, who has been able to, run at speeds just below 28 miles per hour. So even if we round up Batman to about 30 miles per hour, he's still only 3/4 the speed of Black Panther. So Black Panther does have a significant speed advantage. He's not quite twice as fast or anything like that, but he's still faster. And again, I find that he uses his agility not just more often than Batman does, but also just more effectively. We see that Batman does use agility to his advantage, but mainly when he's fighting opponents that he can't take on in a fist fight, such as, characters like Killer Croc and Clayface and Man-Bat, and just huge, almost monster-like characters, and he might have to, dodge around, maybe using his gadgets every once in a while to, slow them down. But, when he's just fighting regular people, he usually doesn't use his agility that much. However, Black Panther, we've seen him use it, in almost every battle he's in. He has a lot more experience using it, and in all honesty, I feel like he might be more agile than Batman. So that's another advantage that I would give Black Panther. I would also give Black Panther the stamina advantage for 2 very important reasons. One, his body actually produces less fatigue toxins than a regular person, and I know Batman is very impressive, but again, he's still just a regular human, and I feel, that he's still going to get tired out more or less around the same time as the best human athletes, whereas Black Panther significantly tires out slower. And the other reason is because of Black Panther's healing factor. As far as I'm concerned, Batman has a healing factor that is, more or less the same as a regular person, and, we do heal, but we don't heal that quickly. Whereas in comparison to a regular person, Black Panther has a much more fast-paced healing factor, which will allow him to keep fighting for a much longer period of time. I feel like that Black Panther would definitely tire out Batman quicker than the other way around. However, the main reason why I feel that Black Panther takes the advantage here is because of Black Panther's durability. Now, Black Panther's suit is made out of vibranium. And for all of you guys that don't know, or you're not too into the comics, Captain America's shield is not only made out of vibranium. Captain America's shield is made out of 3 things: vibranium, steel, and an unknown third component. Those all together make up proto-adamantium, which is actually the strongest form of adamantium, and apparently the strongest metal in the Marvel Universe. It's not completely indestructible, but in order to break it, you basically need, cosmic or reality warping abilities, which, is really hard to come by. But you know, Black Panther's suit is not as strong as that. Vibranium by itself is still very strong, but it's not absolutely indestructible. However, it does specialize in being vibration absorbent and can take a lot of heat. However, you know, I feel like even with Batman's overwhelming versatility, I don't think he'd be able to stand up to the durability of Black Panther. I feel like, you know, from Batman's perspective, Black Panther's suit might as well be made out of the strongest metal in the Marvel or DC universe, because I feel like Batman has no way of actually getting through that suit. Anything that he has, or anything that he normally brings into battle, it's not going to affect Black Panther at all. Basically, from Batman's perspective, Black Panther is in a completely indestructible shell, and he's not going to be able to reveal the skin underneath. He just doesn't have any way to do it. Now, if you were talking about a prep time fight, then sure, he might be able to bring out the Justice Buster or something and completely destroy Black Panther, maybe even rip him in half or something. But if we're just talking about, you know, standard Batman, no prep time, no strategy beforehand, you know, I just feel that he doesn't have any way of actually breaking through the suit. On the flip side, though, I feel like it would be very easy for Black Panther to break through Batman's suit because of his Antarctic vibranium claws. His claws are made out of Antarctic vibranium, which, if you remember from Wolverine versus Raiden, that death battle, Misty Knight had a bionic arm made of Antarctic vibranium, which specializes in weakening the target's molecular bonds. And, you know, if Black Panther has claws made out of the stuff, then I don't care what suit Batman has, you know, his suits are not going to be able to stand up to a lot of slashing from those claws. You know, he's just going to be able to slice through his suit like nothing, I feel. And since he's much faster than Batman, or maybe not much faster, but since he's significantly faster than Batman, I feel like it wouldn't take him that much trouble in order to catch Batman and then just slice him open. And even if he didn't have that, you know, those Antarctic vibranium claws, there's still no way for Batman to be able to break through Black Panther's suit. And I feel like, you know, in the other way around, you know, even without those Antarctic vibranium claws, even if he just had, you know, regular claws, I still feel like Black Panther would have a much better chance of breaking through Batman. Because again, you know, vibranium, it's not the strongest in the Marvel universe, but it might as well be if Batman can't break through it at all, I feel. So overall, yes, Batman does have the advantage in terms of versatility, but in terms of, you know, strength, speed, stamina, and durability, I feel like Black Panther just takes it. He takes the strength, you know, shot for shot, he's going to be doing more damage, he's going to be able to outrun Batman or flip over Batman because, you know, he's just past the point of a regular human. And, you know, in terms of regular human versus regular human, if Batman is involved, most likely Batman will win since he's pushed, like, past, well, not past the points, but he's met the points of physical and mental potential. But in terms of Black Panther is not quite human anymore, at least not in terms of the physical capabilities. He can lift up to 2 tons, run up to 40 miles per hour, and his body produces much less, like, significantly less fatigue toxins and heals faster. You know, I just feel that that's not what a regular person should be able to do, and Batman will just not be able to keep up with any of that. His versatility might be able to keep Black Panther on his toes, but it's not going to be able to do anything if it can't break through the suit. The suit is really the main reason why I feel Black Panther would win. You know, the only way that Batman would be able to kill Black Panther is to tire him out to death. And I feel that's very unlikely, considering not only is that just ridiculously hard to do to anyone, but it's also just, you know, Black Panther, his body produces less fatigue toxins. He does have more stamina. So it's for those reasons, like, just all of those reasons that I feel that Black Panther does have this fight. I do feel very confident in it, and of course I want to be right because I want my Who Would Win and Why episode to be proven correct. But if you feel that Batman will win, you know, tell me why in the comments below, because I'd like to know. And if there's anything I missed and you think that Black Panther would win for other reasons, tell me in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, you know, you can give this video a like or whatever. You know, this is just a death battle prediction video, however. So, you know, again, give me your opinions in the comments below. I know this is another Marvel vs. DC fight, but I am still really excited for this. I hope you guys are excited for it too, even if this is Batman's 3rd time on the show. But yeah, that was my prediction. Hope you guys enjoyed. And again, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. I think Black Panther's gonna win, but we'll see when the episode comes out. I believe on February 5th, 2018. So, see you all then.